Hello again. Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Stacia. So you'll notice I am in a new place. I'm on the server right now with Tyler and Purely Platonic. I do have a death, you'll notice. Okay, let's talk about that first. I was actually standing in this little random field. I was editing footage from episode 2, from when I recorded that, and I was standing right there. Oh, gosh. Anyways, I was standing right over there and was totally zoned out. I was editing footage on the other screen and wasn't even paying attention. And I got beat to death by a boss mob. Then I looked over and I was like, oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. So yeah, I do have a death now. My first death. I have a bad habit of editing footage, and I'll stop like whatever I'm doing. Like, I'm running across a field, I'll stop, and I'm like, okay, let me make a cut here. And, yeah, and it gets me killed. It's not the first time, I'm sure it won't be the last time. But we have a new base set up. I moved everything out of the cave, and this is literally just that at the moment. It's nothing fancy. And of course, I got a creeper here. Okay, that's fine. Nothing fancy at the moment, but this is the foundation for what's going to be kind of our workshop building. So, I was on here. A lot of people have been hopping on, so I've been chatting and stuff and hanging out. And I just kind of built. It's all just stone and cobblestone and treated wood slabs because I had a bunch of creosote that I need to get emptied out to move the coke oven. So I was like, yeah, treated wood slabs. I do plan on running some stone across and stuff and adding some little bit of detail, but right now it's a horrible, ugly structure at the moment. But we will detail it out a bit. I got our little ore processing system moved over, and I got it kind of cleaned up a little bit. And everything is now moved over. Our chests have expanded because I keep collecting junk. And I've been smelting some of our metals. And also, I do have these done at the moment. And that's for our blast bricks, which we're going to get to here shortly. Okay, I just had a hard crash. I'm not really sure why. I was just moving metals over. But anyways, I got the terracotta plates smelted up because we're going to need those to make our blast bricks. And then we're also going to need nether bricks, constantan, and blaze gold. I may or may not have enough constant. Probably not. No, not enough. Anyways, over here we have just kind of crops. Our crop chest. And then over here, this is the grand tour. There's not much. And this right here is my little Enderman Trap. So at night, I'll try to find me one and glance at him. I've killed a couple, but so far, not a single ender pearl. I did get a grass block, though. So there is that. Over here, I went ahead, since we're moving out of the cave, I went ahead and set us up a little mine shaft so we can just drop down, and you can see where I've been mining, kind of opening this up. Now, right now, until we get some soul sand, it's kind of slow going back up, but we will be able to fix that here soon. Okay, so what we're going to do, today we are going to have to go to the nether for various reasons, various things that I do want. But what we're going to do, first and foremost, is we need to get armor. We need to get a weapon. Silent gear armor would be great. Refined iron armor is really, really good. So let's go with that, actually. It has Stellar 1 armor, gives speed and jump boost, item slowly repair. And it has malleable. And it's almost on par with diamond as far as just overall armor. Toughness isn't that great, but that's okay. And it does have pretty good magic armor. So, yeah, I think we're going to go with refined iron. Now, I don't know if... We might make a blueprint book also. Yeah, see, we didn't get any blueprints for armor. But that's okay. We're going to need to just make ourselves... This is just paper and some blue dye, which we can definitely pull off now. So let's go ahead and just get ourselves a bunch of blue dye. Let's get ourselves a bunch of paper. And then let's go ahead and get ourselves a bunch of blueprint paper. And then we're going to go ahead and make our helmet blueprint, our chest blueprint, our leg blueprint, and our boot blueprint. And you'll notice if we take a look at these, to actually craft the armor, it's just a number of pieces, basically equal to how many pieces would go into this. Now, switching out materials, it does have an effect as far as you can get additional effects and stuff from different armors. So, for example, the refined iron, it's really hard to see it. So I think we're going to make a silent gear guide real quick. And to do that, we are going to have to make a dagger, dagger blueprint, a tool rod, and just anything pretty much. So let's get, or do we have a knife. That's fine. That'll work as well. And there's our knife blade. And then it's either a tool rod or a long tool rod for this. So we're just going to go with just a regular, just wooden tool rod. That's fine. Just something that we're going to use to cut templates. And, oh, and I did upgrade this to crafting station. The pack does have the crafting station mod, so just put your crafting table in your crafting grid and it'll become a crafting station. We're going to go ahead and start smelting of our rotten flesh, get ourselves some leather, and actually, I hate doing this with zombie hearts, but let's go ahead, just because I know they're not rare, we'll eventually have a lot of them. We're going to go ahead and just get as much leather as we can for the time being. I'm still short on rotten flesh, but that's okay. If we go to the nether, we maybe get a bit of it. We'll see. So, alright, let's go ahead. Let's cut ourselves some template boards. Let's get like 24 for the time being. Probably really don't even need that many, since I think we can pretty much make our blueprints at this point. But let's go ahead and get ourselves a silent gear guide. And what's it take to get the blueprint book? Wool, book, gold. Okay, yeah, we're going to do that also. So there is our blueprint book. I swear there's like an advancement for everything. Everything we do. Okay, so our blueprint book, we'll just go ahead and drop all of our blueprints into that. And the command is Z and nothing. Okay, well, let me change that. Cycle back. So now you'll notice if I click through this, I can tab through and select the blueprint. We can also just open this up and pull it out. That's generally what I like to do, because the cycling system is a little bit slow in my opinion. And if we open up... okay. The book does not work. That's unfortunate. Just because it would give us an easy way to kind of reference the material effects. Maybe if I... Oh, gosh. Okay. Maybe if I change my GUI scale for just a second here. Yeah, so that way I can open all this up. And we can see that, like, iron has malleable 3. Let me actually... If we take a look, this has malleable 4 and stellar 1. Which is pretty good. It's going to be good durability. It's going to repair. It's going to give us speed and jump boost. It's pretty good, honestly. And all you have to do really is just smelt iron. So that's pretty nice. If we put gold on there, it'll help us avoid piglins, though. Adamant from bronze is kind of nice, too, because we get damage resistance on our armor. We might throw a little bit of that on there. And aquatic from lead. Full set of armor gives water breathing. That's actually kind of nice. As well. So maybe we'll go for a little bit of water breathing also. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's grab out that, and that. And we're going to toss in, let's go with boots. Okay, so boots, we're going to want refined iron on it. We're going to want some bronze. We're going to want some lead. And we're going to want some gold. And that's going to give us these bronze boot plates. Let's actually change it to refined iron, because I'd like to have a matching set. So right now we have a synergy of 109%. It's not terrible. Synergy is just going to give us stronger effects. We got malleable 3. We have stellar 1 and soft. So it's not going to be enough gold to really make it that great. Refined, if we do straight refined iron, it's 3 armor on the boots. This is 2.3. What if we change this out a little bit? Now we have brilliant. And let's do another piece of lead on there. Now we have aquatic, brilliant, malleable 2, and soft 3. with an armor of only 1.25, but boots is kind of a throwaway piece anyways. So let's... Synergy is 114%. The only bad thing is we lose the stellar. Actually, there we go. If we do 1 piece of gold, 1 refined iron, 2 lead, because it's going to have to have 2 lead for the aquatic too, I guess. We're going to end up with brilliant, malleable 2, soft 2, stellar 1, and aquatic 2, which means it's going to self-repair. It's going to be part of the 4 pieces that we need to give us water breathing. It's going to prevent piglins from attacking us. I don't think soft really does much in the case of like this, but because I think that's normally for tools. But we'll also have a chance to not lose any durability. Now, granted, this is just kind of starting armor. We'll make better stuff, but this would be pretty good for us at the moment. So we got that, and then let's do the leggings. Now, at this point, we don't really have to have anything else with gold, because that was really just to stop piglins from attacking us. So now we can go pretty crazy with some refined iron. Let's go ahead and just place that out. And you can see that this would be an armor of 5. Now, I would like to get a couple pieces of lead in there. So let's go ahead and do that. How many pieces am I going to need? There we go. 3 pieces and we can get aquatic 2. It would take 3 to get adamant. But our armor value would be up to 5.58 with a synergy of 116%. And we end up with malleable 3, stellar 1, adamant 1, and aquatic 2. I like that. I like that a lot. It seems like bronze actually has... it has a 17 armor value. Refined is 18, but I think it's because of our synergy that's bumped it up to a 5.58. That's alright. We're going to roll with that. Our armor's not going to match, probably, but that's okay. Okay, now on to the headpiece. The headpiece, we're going to go with just a couple pieces of lead and then refined iron. We end up with aquatic 2, malleable 3, stellar with an armor value of 3. That's pretty good. We're going to take that. And then lastly, we have the chest piece. And I would like to get some more... can I get some more bronze for this? 1 craft of bronze, probably plenty. Alright, so if we place this out... That is a refined iron chest plate, just a synergy of 100%. Armor value of 7. Okay. Now, ideally, we want to get the synergy up as high as we can. But we also want to keep certain materials that we do like. Because synergy is just going to make it better if it goes up. This is malleable 3, stellar 1, aquatic 3. Or aquatic 2, I'm sorry. So let's go ahead now and add in... I imagine it's going to be like 3 pieces of bronze. Now we're up to malleable 3, stellar 1, adamant 1, and aquatic 2 with an armor value of 7.81. Okay, so now we have all of our plates. Now what we need to do is all of these, I think all of these require, no, this doesn't require lining. So we can just do that and we get our refined iron chest plate. And you can see the traits, the stats there. Durability, not super great, but it does have that malleable. So chances are it should be pretty good. So we'll go ahead and convert that. And I think legs maybe require lining and maybe headpiece requires. Oh, there we go. Do these require lining? Yeah, I think all of these are going to require lining. So we're going to need to get a lining blueprint at this point. Like that. And Tyler does bring up a good point. Obsidian is really, really good. For just straight defense, if that's all you care about, just straight defense, high durability. But that's not really what we're after at the moment. Because our armor is going to allow us to breathe in the water, jump really high, run really fast, has resistance, repels piglins, and what else? Self-repairs, lots of good traits. Obsidian's good for just raw value. It's going to end up basically being about like diamond if you just make it out of obsidian. I'm not that crazy about just obsidian. It does have good durability though. So if you're after that. Alright, so we got our lining blueprint and I might... Nah, I probably don't need more string. I probably got plenty of industrial hemp fibers if nothing else. And then we're going to get our just white wool lining for now is fine. So this has flexible and a little bit of knockback resistance. Oh, actually, I think leather is one too, right? I really don't want to use my leather, though. Yeah, that would give us flexible 2 and a little bit extra armor durability. Ooh. That actually might be worth it. Ah, yeah, let's do it. before I turn this stuff into armor, let's go ahead and do that. And I'll just save that for later, because I'm sure it'll come up and we'll want it. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn this stuff into our gold boots, our refined iron helmet, and we have 143 durability, 231, 336, 330 there. And now if we throw all this stuff on, you can see, oh gosh, look at the jump boost. Jump boost 4, water breathing, speed 3, and resistance. Woohoo! See, it's quite nice. And in addition, it'll keep piglins away. It self-mends to a degree, not super fast, but look at that jump height. There we go. And it's pretty good armor value, right? And I can just go whoop right down here. And now we could tackle a Guardian Temple without needing a beacon, which is quite nice. Durability, a little bit low, but we can fix that in the future. Oh, I feel like the I feel like I'm playing like Unreal Tournament though now. With this speed 3, it's quite nice. Okay, so now we have fancy armor. It doesn't look very fancy to be sure, but it is quite effective. Alright, so now we want to get ourselves a weapon. And I think for our weapon, we're going to go with a katana. Because katanas are just fun. So it's going to be like that. Katanas are generally going to be a faster sword than, say, the standard sword. You're going to have a little bit lower attack damage. But they are going to be quite a bit faster. Alright, so what we're going to do for this, we're going to need basically 3 materials and then a tool rod of some sort. So let's go with, let me see, let me get out the tool rod. We'll go with something kind of similar, I guess. Maybe the tool rod. For the tool rod, let's just go with like refined iron. I think that we've got malleable and magnetic. And then let's go with, for the katana itself, for right now, we're just going to go something with high attack damage, probably. While still having decent durability. I think diamond, probably, it's up to 3 attack damage. Let's actually try a mix of osmium, bronze, and diamond. I think that'll be fun. Silence is fun because you can really play around. There's a lot of cool traits and kind of a lot of, like, benefits and drawbacks to pretty much everything. But let's go ahead. This would give us a bronze katana with an attack damage of 5.56 hearts. Not much better than a stone sword, to be honest. If we move it like that, that's 4.83. That's 6.01. 5.65. 6.01. 6.05. Which is fine because the attack speed on this is way faster. Like the attack damage right now is 5.05 or 6.05, but the attack speed is 1.87 compared to normal 1.6. So it's actually going to be pretty good in that regard. If we were doing this with a regular like sword, for example, it would be a higher damage value. Durability, not great, but not terrible, I guess. We're going to go ahead and rock that, I think. We'll give it a shot. We're going to be doing some upgrading soon because we're going to, like, basically once we go to the Nether, we're going to be able to make some big upgrades just from going to the Nether, basically. For now, let me just go ahead. We're going to make a pick here soon, but for right now, I just want to repair this up a little bit. So now we should be all set. Let me get some flint. Make us a flint and steel. Let's get our obsidian. And we're going to set up our Nether Portal just because I don't know what's going to come out of it. We're going to set it up out here. Oh, the speed is nice, but I don't think I can wear this armor just around the base. Oh, and look at that magnetic pulling stuff in. It is so nice, though, being able to move around this fast. We're just going to set it up right out here. It's fine. And so we've basically become like a super ninja because we have a really fast weapon and we have some really fast armor. But let's go ahead. There's our nether portal. Let me go drop off. No, let's take the flint and steel with us. We're going to drop off the obsidian, though. And let's head into the nether for a bit of fun here. I wish this armor had step assist, though. That would be... There's probably an easy way for us to get step assist, though. Okay. Let me make a marker. So there's home. Oh, I hear a ghast. And let's go zooming across the nether. Oh, we got wither skeleton right there. Oh, there's a ghast. There we go. Return to sender. Look at that magnet. Like, it was trying to pull this stuff over already. Yeah, it's working so well. Oh, what was that? Okay. We're not taking a whole lot of damage, so I'm happy with that. In some ways, we do move, like, so fast, like, it's hard to control it. Because, like, I tend to, like, dodge in and then step back on wither skeletons and stuff like that. And I move so fast that it's hard to kind of keep up with that. What's going on? Oh, they're hunting. That means possibly some free leather for us. But as you can see, they're not going to attack us. Well, those are. I tell you what, like, their attack range in this pack is insane. Because I can't even see where they're at. Yeah, this is like playing Unreal Tournament. Oh, so much speed. So much speed. Okay, we got cooked pork chops. We got wither skull fragments. And we did get some leather. Alright, so now what I would like to do, there's a few things that I need from here. Like, actually really, really need. We need glowstone, for starters. And then blaze powder would be nice. But if we don't get a lot of blaze powder, then that's okay. Because I do have a plan to deal with that. So, but bare minimum, I've got to get a bunch of glowstone. Oh, this is so nice. I can just, like, traverse these forests with ease. And, like, fall damage is, like, not even a thing at this point. Since we have so much jump height, it means that we have to fall from, like, a massive height. And it's like, we should see this stuff. It's at 135. I mean, if we don't take damage, it will slowly mend itself. Which I always like having. At least just a slow mend is nice. My fingers bother me. I sliced it on a potato peeler today. And I wasn't even using it. I was just handing it to my girlfriend. And, you know, I reached in the cabinet to get it, or in the drawer, and sliced my finger up. It's my middle finger. Maybe go for this glowstone. I might just grab some netherrack. I can just, like, bounce up everything right now. It's like a 5 jump height or something like that. It's actually so nice. Even better than I was expecting it to be honest. Yeah. I want to just... There we go. And I will need that netherrack also for the nether bricks. Pillaring up, too. I tell you what. It's quite nice. So let's go ahead. Just going to mine that and let it fall. And then we'll go down. I did take a little bit of fall damage there. Not much, but a little bit. Okay, so there's a stack and a half of glowstone. I wouldn't mind getting just a little bit more. We've got some crimson iron ore. This stuff's actually pretty good. I want to go ahead and grab that. Because crimson iron is right here. It's going to be hard to see. Armor, it's pretty solid. Attack damage, it's okay. But for armor, it is really, really nice. And then if we can get some crimson steel up and going, that'll be even better. So, crimson iron with magma cream and blaze rods will get us some crimson steel. A little bit costly, but it is really, really Really, really good stuff. I don't know what the attack damage is. It's 6. But the armor is quite nice. And what's it take to get the material grader? Okay, that's perfect because that's actually kind of the direction that we're going to be headed this episode. So we can look into getting the material grader and start moving into even better silent gear. Because this is just like starting armor with silent gear, as you can tell. And it's already pretty good. Yeah, you can see that this has repaired itself. And this is fast approaching being fully repaired. So it's kind of like a slow mending, like I was mentioning in chat earlier. It's kind of like slow mending like how TC used to be. With the, you know, kind of like the moss upgrades. Oh, I see some glowstone over there. Yeah. Oh, this is wonderful. This is just wonderful. I didn't think it was going to be this good. To just be able to like bounce around the nether, but I had to do something because I don't have my longsword. Normally I like having my longsword slime boots for the nether, but without that I didn't want to have to actually traverse all of this. I wanted like armor to do that for me. Okay, so we got a lot of glowstone now. It looks like somebody's been through here. They had to climb things the old-fashioned way. Look at this. Look at this. Only we had step assist. That would make it even better. Do we need... Yeah, let's get a little bit more glowstone. Because what I have in mind actually is going to take quite a bit. But we will actually be able to generate some glowstone from it if we want. Let's run around for just a minute more. See if we can... I'll take that. And that. But see if we can spot another fortress. I wouldn't mind coming across one. But if not, that's okay. Like I said, I've got a plan for getting our blaze powder. My goal is to like barely use any blocks, barely any pillaring in the nether. Because that's for people that don't have this armor. I am enjoying this armor a lot. Like this has made my day. I didn't know it was going to be this good. Honestly, I think having a crossbow with this armor would be ideal. I think it would work a bit better than having to melee necessarily with this. But it's alright. Oh, what's this? Benetite. Does this actually have a use now? Because for a long time... Nope, no use. Okay. I tell you what. Yeah, just for fun, we will eventually we'll find a blaze... fortress. But because it seems to be taking a while, and because I'm impatient, we need steel for like so many things at the moment. I think we are going to do the other method because it is it's very doable for us at this point. It's going to take a bit on the way in terms of diamonds, but that's okay. You can't catch me. That's the thing, like. Okay, we could make, like, really stout armor that makes us, like, super defended, but we can also just zoom past everything. And, like, blazes aren't going to be an issue because their attacks, if you can dodge them, they're not difficult. And as long as we just keep moving, like, nothing can hit us. Let's head on back. We don't have to find a fortress right now. Even though I will need one for my crimson steel, I guess. But, this will be fine for the time being. Oh, I love the speed. I know I've said it a few times now, but I love it. And how's our armor looking on durability? Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Alright, so unless we're just like in battle, just constantly fighting, this stuff will be at like full durability. Okay, so we ended up getting almost 5 stacks of glowstone. Not bad. Okay, what we're going to do now, just to go ahead and do it, let's go ahead and get ourselves an enchanting table. Just to go ahead and get that out of the way. And then I'll make some bookcases. I'll work on that. We're not going to enchant right this second until I get the bookcases in place. But this armor, it's so fast. But Tyler was talking about he had magnetic on his boots. And he didn't like it once he started Britannia. But we have it on our sword. So if we don't, like, if we throw this down, it's not going to pull in until we get the sword out, and then it sucks it in. So this is like optional quick change magnet, which I love. I don't like necessarily having one that I have to equip and take off and all that. I like this setup actually a lot. A lot. Because this is going to be perfect for when we go tackle a Guardian Temple. And like I was telling them, it's pretty good armor. You know, it'll take a hit. It's not over the top. We'll upgrade it, of course, in due time. And but all the effects over here, plus Piglin defense and mending. I mean, all my armor is fully mended at this point, and all that good stuff. It's nice. It's pretty good starting armor, I think, and fairly cheap to make too. Okay, so what we're going to do now, let's pull up the blast bricks. Well, I know what I'm going to have to do. Constantine, all this stuff's not a problem. This is just smelt, you know, netherrack. But the blaze gold ingots, this is going to take gold, and this is going to take blaze powder. And we don't have blaze powder at the moment. But what we're going to be doing to make blaze powder is just doing collectors from Project E. Because these are not expensive. So let me get a furnace. I'm going to start with one, and then I may actually upgrade and add a few more. But if I do, I'll prefer to go do a little bit of mining first. Because otherwise, I'm not going to have like any diamonds really quick. And we're going to get ourselves our collector. And we'll just set this up like... right here is fine. And so what we're going to do at this point, if we open this up, you can see we have a bunch of different options here for collector fuel upgrades. And what we're going to do is we're going to take and change over. It's a little bit of a process, I guess, because we're going to be going from coal. I think probably go with coal. We could do blocks of redstone, but I mean, I do have a lot of redstone, actually. We could start off with that. Just do that. There's 54. That's probably going to be enough. So we put this in here, and this is going to slowly convert as we get EMC. Because if you take a look here, it takes 192 EMC to make a blaze powder. So it just made one. And as this builds up to 192, it'll make more blaze powder. So it's going to take a little bit. I might go ahead and just make another one. Yeah, I'll go ahead and make one more. Because I've got plenty of diamonds for that. So there we go. There's another collector. And at this point, it might... I mean, I don't know that we'll really get much use in it, out of it. But we could do a time in a bottle. This is one of those things that I'll make. I know people always bring it up in comments and stuff. And I'll end up making it. And then it'll just kind of chill in my inventory. And every once in a while I'll use it. But we'll go ahead and... I forget that this is connected up to the diamond storage crate there. And I'll have to go get me some more redstone, but that's fine. There's our time in a bottle. And that way this will start building up time. And once we get a bit... Wow, the EMC. 30,000 EMC. It's insane. But we'll be able to use this to speed up our collectors. But at this point, we can get our very first blazing gold ingot. So there we go. And at this point, maybe we can upgrade this. So you can see it's generating a little bit faster now. But okay, so now what I need to do, I need to get some netherrack smelting up. Get that going, and then we can start looking towards our blast bricks. Oh, and the Constantine. I've got to go mine up some nickel. So let me pop down and do that real quick. And creepers, like, I don't even have to, like, try to back up in time for creepers. I don't even think about that either. And by the way, nickel, it spawns a little bit higher up. So, 16 to 48. So I wasn't able to find any down there. And then I happened to search it, and it was like, oh, I'm a little bit too low there. We're going through this route, but my new mine shaft and my old mine shaft, there's a couple places where they interconnect. So I just... Sometimes I go up that way if I need to go to the mine shaft and stuff. But we can get ourselves a bit more of the blazing ingots. I almost have enough already. We've got the terracotta, and then I just got to get the Constantine. Now, really quick, I had and I know I can just do the hotkey too. I had a request to show some of the in-game crafts, so I'm just going to quickly show a few of those. So like Everlasting Guilty Pool, whoops, is like that. So a whole lot of Terra Steel, a whole lot of just Britannia stuff, a little bit of Blood Magic, a little bit of Astral Sorcery, Supreme Indus Pearls. So we do have the extended crafting going on. Charged Night Sky Lapis through the Dissolution Chamber. I love that. The Ultimate Singularities are all this stuff. Uaturium Pearls, like this. But just kind of an idea. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time looking at it. Ultimate Ingots. And then like creative vending upgrades. Like that. So just basically big crafts. A lot of like high-end stuff. So you got to run through Project E. Creative Fluid Tank. Like that. A lot of big crafts here for that stuff. Basically this whole tab, for the most part, I think, like for example, Black Iron Ingots, if you want to see these, they're going to take Flux Cores, Nitro Capacitors, Sky Stone, Litherite, Flux Dust, HLP Graphite, and then Ebony Psi Metal. So, Ultimate Solar Panels to make these, which that's actually quite expensive because of course you have to tier these up. Dragon Eggs, photovoltaic sails, going through pretty much every craft possible here to get these tiered up all the way. But anyways, I just wanted to show that off because I did have a request to show that off a little bit. But let's go ahead. I'm going to get just as much, because we tend to use this Constantine a lot, it seems like. We're just going to get as much as we can muster at the moment. So there is that. And then we are going to get our blast bricks. There's 18 of those. Did I not... oh yeah, I got all this netherrack here. There we go. 64 times speed. Ah. And get our blaze gold ingots, and there we go. There's our blast bricks. And now, okay, no reward for that quest, but let's go ahead and set this up. I guess we're just going to put it, I mean, this is all kind of temporary. Let's just set it up right here. And this one's just going to be a 3x3 also. And we're going to go ahead and do that. There we go. And now, we've got quite a bit of coal coke. Let's see. Just grab, let's just grab 64. We're going to need a lot of steel, so might as well go ahead and do this. And we'll dump in that. We'll dump in that. Get that going. And quest completed, steel ingot. And we are going to get a couple melon smoothies. I've been trying to eat a little bit of our food. You'll notice I do have 2 extra hearts. I've been trying to eat a few things because we have a lot of food here, like random little ingredient type food. So we're going to go ahead and sample that, and then we'll just dump the rest of this in there because I'm just trying to try new foods. That is something, once we get a bit of steel built up, we're definitely going to have to get this up and going because this actually doesn't look too bad. It's just going to take a lot of steel. And then we're going to have to get the Portuguese pavement. So we're going to have to start Britannia, which is fine. Honestly, the steel that I've got running right now would be fine. Would be plenty. Okay, but now what I would like to do, I'd like to switch gears, go back over, and take another look at our solar panels. Because we needed the treated wood, and then we needed mirrors. And I wouldn't mind maybe getting some solar panels up and going. It's actually not bad to get to the tier 2s. Now to get to the tier 3s... that's when we're going to need, well, that's doable. Honestly, this is doable. So we could go up to the solar panel tier 3s without too much issue. Now, tier 4s, on the other hand, I think, yeah, we're going to need basic coils here. I knew there was some point where it kind of fell off. And this is where it kind of falls off. But I would like to... go ahead and get the tier 1s. Start working on these. So it's going to be just... oh, we need Hardened Glass. Which is obsidian, nether quartz, fire charges, and sand. Okay, that's actually not that bad. Wait, what? How do we do it in the alloy smelter? Quartz, lead, and obsidian. Well, considering I don't have a lot of lead, and that only makes 2 per, I think we're probably going to go with the just the manual craft method, to be honest, because blaze powder is easy enough for us. At least for now, we can do it that way. I will have to pop in and get some nether quartz, though, because that's something I didn't mine at all. By the way, the katana does not count as a cutting implement, so I am going to have to carry just a sword with me for that to count as a cutting implement. And I mean, realistically, these only generate 1 FE per tick, but definitely once we get them upgraded, we'll be able to run our little ore processing system off of this, at least for the time being. But at least something to kind of start into. Solar panels. I would like to get some auto crafting up in place for these before too long. Okay, so let's get ourselves a bunch of hardened glass. So there's 12 of that. It's not much, but it'll get us started. And then, oh, there's 1 mirror. Let me get some more steel. That was all the hardened glass I've got at the moment, so it's going to be a little bit of a process. But luckily, these can make the blaze powder and the gunpowder for us, so it's actually not that bad. But we got a solar panel, and I don't think there's any rewards for these. No. But to upgrade these, we need 4 solar panels to get a solar panel tier 2. And so what we're going to do, I have a few wires, yeah, right here. We're going to go ahead and grab these. And then what we can do, at least for the time being, is let's just open up this. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this out and have it connect there. And then we'll have the coal generator setting there. And you can see it's pretty smart about how it sets up, because it says, like, this is an input line, so it's going to set it to green automatically, and these are outputs, which are red. But the coal generator will be able to generate us power, but then we'll also have these little solar panels. And I'll continue working on, it's basically just a big material dump for solar panels, like it always is. What is it to make wires? It's like redstone and iron, I think. Yeah, just redstone and refined iron. So we'll make a few of these. These are just basic, they're pretty basic wires, in that they just run out. Plug into things, they input power, they output power. So we'll just kind of make ourselves a little solar array bay out here. You can see the light level here is dropping, so it's not really, it's not generating anything. But once the sun comes up, which I can go sleep, it's just me and Tyler now. But if we take a look now, you can see our generation is 1 FE per tick, and we're starting to store up some energy here. And it's 25,000 storage per solar panel, and what's the capacity on these? 10,000. So realistically, it's not a whole lot of power compared to what these use. But as we get more solar panels, it will add up very, very quickly. Let me get some more of this going, and let me put blaze powder right there, and that tells it like that's what we're after. So probably if I have this running, I should probably do that. So for example, if I take out redstone, it's not going to keep recycling that blaze powder around. And then in this one, we'll put in gunpowder. Do I have any gunpowder left? Yeah, I do. But realistically, these fire charges do go pretty far. So they're not all that bad to make. Okay, so now let me get this rotten flesh smelted up real quick. And I don't have any more, do I? See if we can get our very first ender pearl of the series. There we go. Our very first ender pearl. Yeah. Oh, you know what else is going to be nice? This right here. Magnet my sugar cane. And then let's get ourselves a bunch of bookshelves. So we just need 1 more. There we go. That zombie dropped it. And you will notice this right here. We're going to talk a little bit more about this, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, for example, if you throw something in here, you can see a turner goes up, and it tells you it's a measure of strength. It controls the level of the table, which I believe, yeah, we can go up to 50 on this. So, for example, like if you take a look at, say, bookshelves, it should tell us, yeah, you can see enchanting stats, Eternal +1, max of 15. But if we were to pull up, say, like pylons from Britannia, they should say Eternal +15, max of 15. Eternal +8, max of 15. So we could have some mana pylons, and we could have an Natura pylon. Quanta is a measure of the flux. It controls the variance in enchanting. Your final level will be modified by this value. And Arcana is a measure of quality. Makes rare enchantments more common. Increases the number of enchantments. Now, right now, we pretty much just have like a standard enchantment table going on. So we're going to get standard, basically level 30 enchants. Standard 15 bookshelves. But as we find things that add to these stats, we can get a boost on this. But right now, let's take a look and see what options we've got. We've got auto smelt on the diamond pick. Let's check our armor. There's protection 3 on the headpiece. Magic protection 3 on the chest. Step height. Whew. Yeah, that's what we need. Step height, multi-jump. Yeah, we're going to go step height for sure. And that's all we got. Okay, well, that's fine. We can enchant a book or something like that to get the rest of it. So now I automatically step up 1 block. So that's just going to help me because this armor set is like super movement based. So I need that. Mana regen 3. That's actually kind of nice. Mana regen 3. We got mana boost 3. We have sharpness 3. Probably just go with that. And that's all we got. Okay. That's just more damage. Now we have an 8.55 damage Osmium Katana. Honestly, I'm happy with that. That's a big buff. Now the protection 3, I like that. Feather falling 3. And feather falling 3 on the boots. Okay. Well, I don't have enough points for those enchants just yet. But I'm happy with what we do have. Especially the step height, to be honest. Just because I don't have to be like jumping nearly as much. I can just kind of run up stuff, which is quite useful, I think. But okay, so I know it's pretty close to wrapping up point. So we are going to end out this episode here. Come next episode, though, we definitely have to get into Britannia. At least into the basics of Britannia. It's not going to be too difficult for us, but we are going to have to push into alloy machine frames. So next episode, we'll get that, and we'll get into the metal press and continue pushing onwards. So, and do a bit of Britannia also. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.